Alright, welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. So this one, right? The headline says, "You are not the father. DNA test reveals 70% jackets." Now, I remember doing a video on this not too long ago where it spoke about Jamaican women in particular. Caribbean women, yes, but Jamaica was at the forefront of it. And it talked about illegitimate children and how many men are taking care of kids that are not theirs. Well, this time, this company was, because people were like, "SouFlo, where did you get this information from? You're probably just trying to make Jamaica look bad. There you go again." And honestly, I didn't have specific information from, say, a testing lab that was willing to put their name out there, their reputation on the line. Well, now we do. Okay? So the headline, the story says, a company that offers DNA testing in Jamaica has disclosed, and mind you, this is an overseas company that has moved to Jamaica and has set up a branch in Jamaica. And this is what they're saying. A company that has offered DNA testing in Jamaica has disclosed that in 70% of their tests, the men who were named as the father to the child had nothing to do with the paternity of the child or children. In other words, 70% in every 10 paternity tests conducted by the lab showed that the men were not the fathers. In other words, 7 in 10 paternity tests conducted by the lab. 7 in 10. I stand corrected, but 7 out of 10. So here are 7 women. Here are 10 women that are pregnant, right? And out of the 10, 7 of them will have children given to some man who thinks the kids or the child is his, and it's not. You know, I'm gonna read on some more, but check it. I remember people saying, "Me SouFlo, me no want no Jamaican woman," especially them nowadays gal, them fucky like crazy, yo. I'll lay with them, I'll do things with them, you know that thing there, but that's about it. When it comes time to wife them, me I look for somebody outside of Jamaica, outside of our culture, because our culture promotes that, and it seems to be the norm. Me hear Vibes Cartel sing say every woman have 2 man and a normal thing. Then other DJs sing about just wash it out and turn it down and the next one run in, and as one come out, one more gone in, but me now watch that. You know me I say, Lord, even Dexter Dapp's favorite song. Not favorite song, but one of his most famous songs, where him talk about, what's the song name again? If she have 10 man, him no mind being number 11. Him never tell her if he watch, nobody if he watch her for him. These kind of things, right? So it's become a normal place, and we make joke about it, but when you actually look at it, 7 out of 10. Wow, that's a high number. So, in other words, then Jamaica is number 1 for jacket. And you know, they beat Jamaican men really hard. But I can actually see, if this is the case, I can actually see why a man would never want to be faithful to that type of a woman. Like, he might run around regardless. But I've always said this, it takes 2 to tango, it takes 2 to play the game, right? So while they're sitting there talking about Jamaican man this and Jamaican man that, I see it all the time. Even on social media, you see, they make memes like Jamaican man would never cheat, and then everybody come under the in the comment section and say some of the worst things about Jamaican men. Them the dog there, every last one of them dirty dog, something, whatever. And I always say, you know, yeah, they might run around, keep multiple women, cheat and all that, but who are they cheating with? You see? Alright, so this 7 out of every 10 paternity tests conducted by the lab showed that the men were not the fathers. I'm stuck on that 7 out of 10. Anyway, Polygenics Consulting is the name of the company. Polygenics Consulting, which has been operating in Jamaica since 2015, says that it has witnessed a steady increase in the number of persons that are seeking DNA tests. Generally, across Jamaica, between 30 and 100 persons per month visit the facility that offer DNA testing, and families come to the facility seeking DNA tests as early as when the child is only 1 day old. Sociologist Dr. Olive Taylor, while pointing out that the 70% figure is specific to polygenics consulting and not a representative of the whole population, said that still shows a level of promiscuity among Jamaican women. I don't find the data particularly disturbing. If it's a case where the people are not in a stable type of a relationship union, this would be a reflection of that. If, in other words, then you're not in a stable union, so you have multiple partners and she doesn't know who's the father. If somebody is not very careful or scrupulous about who she is having unprotected sex with, then there's a 70% chance then that she will have a child for someone who is not the biological father. Now, I don't know what kind of wording this is, because how can she have a child for someone that is not the biological father? But in essence, I understand what he's or she's trying to say. You know what I'm saying? It points to some level of promiscuity, he said. Meanwhile, Lanny Davidson, chairman of Fathers in Action, described the actions of these mothers as outright child abuse and said this can have a devastating consequence for the child, which is very true. And we've spoken about this in lengths before. Like if we count back 10 years back, 20 years back, and look at how many illegitimate children have today manifested themselves as a problem within society because of, right? Not only that, it'll come back to bite the child one day, some way. I mean, we live in a world of technology, and it's nothing to actually find out who your daddy is or who your mother is. Or, for that matter, just to find out that this guy is not my father really. One child I heard about, she went from being a straight A student to almost a high school dropout. Her father was filing for her, and when she found out that he wasn't the father, she got very unruly because he was not able to take her because she failed the tests as his daughter, not his biological child. Her behavior changed totally. She started sculling school and she got very promiscuous, he said. He said mothers should think about their children before deciding to name other men as the fathers. She's choosing among her sexual partners which one she wants to call the father. I think it's a cop-out on her part. It's not the mother's choice. So, this is something that's been going on for quite some time, right? From probably way back in the days. I just know that things are more prevalent, that people are actually being found out. I made a joke one time and I said, enough of wear a jacket and we don't even know. Because even though them filed for us and bring us come foreign, they brought us to foreign early before certain things came into play. Like before immigration started demanding a DNA test. Immigration just recently started demanding a DNA test. So big up to the whole of the jacket them will get to fly out on jacket daddy papers. and because if the DNA test that was ever demanded before was a go to the cook, and would have been in Jamaica still today, alright? Or you'd have to go find your biological father. So our women, man, I won't say our women, because there are women that don't indulge in this kind of behavior, but believe it or not, there are many that do. And it's a common practice to have like one man, him pay the bills. He's known as the money man. Him and the man will give money, right, generously, but him can't fulfill certain other needs. And you know, Jamaicans tend to be like especially newer generation, is like hypersexual. Everything has to do with sex. So, oh girl, I'm a fear, hook you this way and do it that way there and bust you up that way there. So she want the next, she'll keep one will pay the bills, but him no length and strength like the other one, and then the other one, and him a go give her the okra and steam fish out time back, regular basis. She'll keep the one there for that. Or maybe she have two of those one there cause she fucky a lot, pardon my language, and them kind of things. So she end up with a bunch of men. And then you have those who have one a foreign, who swear said that's him wifey in Jamaica and him can't wait to get straight so him can bring her to Jamaica. But while he's there financing her lifestyle in Jamaica, she have Stula who putting in daily work there in Jamaica. So she end up with multiple men. And eventually what ends up happening is she gets pregnant and she starts to make that decision consciously. Well, him, me like him, but him broke. Him not go and take care of no picnic. Him, the next one, him wild. Him have too much woman and him already have 5 picnic by 3 different women. Him now, him have things that go on for him and him well want a baby, so me just go give him the baby and go and say I feel. And it happens. It happens just like that. Just like that. She's choosing amongst her sexual partners which one she wants to call the father. Not the one that is actually the father. He also pointed to another possible consequence of naming the wrong man father. On a bigger scale, you may even find brothers and sisters getting married at a later date in time. Alright, and that article ended right there. And we also spoke about that before in other videos where we talk about, like, in Jamaica there is so much close blood mixing. And you know that they say that that's where a lot of the defects come from. Brothers and sisters of the same father sharing the same DNA, mixing, matching, married in close to first cousin, have babies and these kind of things. It's not a good look. It's not a good look, basically, because of all the ramifications that come from that. Even though I myself in my family have a cousin couple that married and live together and everything, and they have children that are brilliant. And I know people are going to pull out the royal family and say they also do that to keep that bloodline within the bloodline. You know what I'm saying? So, that's heavy. To know that 7 out of 10. Leave your comment in the comment section and tell me what you think about this one. Do you think that majority of Jamaican women are promiscuous? And remember, we're not talking about Jamaican men in this video. We're talking about the women in this video for a specific reason. Okay? So I don't want anybody getting into their feelings and getting disrespectful. It is what it is. Okay? So, do you think that majority of them are promiscuous, whether they live in Jamaica or overseas? It is just something that is embedded into them, whether it's through the culture and music and just the way that we are as a people. Or do you think that that number is probably skewed? I mean, are they lying? They're telling lies? Or is it true? And it's some kind of truth that we have to own up to. And what kind of consequences do you think this has on society as a whole, where women are having multiple sex partners and sexing all of them raw even, and when she gets pregnant she doesn't know who's the father, so what she does is she chooses the one that is most stable and fling a jacket upon him, and he wears it quite well in a lot of cases, tailor-made to fit. You know, I don't know. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. I just found this one baffling. But I know. I'm not shocked. But I'm still baffled. But I'm not shocked. It's SouFLoTV, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You don't know what we do already. Talk up the things them in the comment section. I'm out. Peace.